want to talk about Alice Springs because I've never been there.
Yeah.
I know it's a different vibe completely from here. How was it when you got up there?
It was good. It was real hot.
So when did you go there? You were gone for 2 years?
So I went there on the November of 2019.
Yeah.
So I flew up to Alice Springs. And I remember it was real cold when I left here. It was like 19 degrees. I had a jacket on. As soon as I stepped off the plane, the wind hit me. It was just straight heat.
What's the degree? It's like
40,
what does it feel like if it's to be here? Does it feel like
it was like 43 degrees up there. So
yeah.
It's the hottest day you can think of, just hitting you. Just start sweating instantly. My first thought was, what am I doing here?
Yeah. What were you doing there?
Yeah. So I was just up there to just have like a little holiday.
Yeah.
Just see mum. And I was like, just try to work a little bit, make money over the summer.
Yeah.
So I was just planning to be there for 3-4 months.
Yeah. What was it like going up there and seeing majority colored people as well? How was that?
It was very different because I've never seen so many indigenous people before.
Yeah.
I didn't know much about indigenous culture as well, but until
especially where we were, there was a little bit, but especially in Richmond when I met you, there was a lot of it was Africans, a lot of Vietnamese, a few Europeans.
Yeah.
But hardly any indigenous people. Yeah.
I've seen probably 1 or 2, like my whole Richmond. Yeah.
Even my whole high school, I think we had 3. Yeah. So how was it going? How was it going up there and just being in that environment?
It was a different environment. Like a lot of the original, like indigenous people, like were very nice to me.
Yeah.
Like they treat me like one of the like they see me like, hey brother, how you going? Ask how my day was. Like they're very good people. But at the same time, there was like a lot of family violence going on, a lot of domestic violence. Due to just like just alcohol and drugs in the communities.
Yeah.
Which was it was very tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I ended up getting a job as a social worker.
That's cool, man. So, did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah.
So I was looking after kids who'd been separated from their families, or kids whose families couldn't look after them for a lot of different reasons, like financially they couldn't support the kids, or the parents would have like addictions to alcohol and drugs, and when I'm not able to look after the kids, so the kids would come into our care.
Yeah.
So we'd take the kids to school, we'd help them with their homework, take them to footy training. We were pretty much like the carers for the kids. Yeah.
Did you? So, man, that's so cool that you've done that. So how long were you doing that for? So
I did that for almost 2 years, like a year and 7-8 months.
Yeah. Would you like to continue doing that here?
Yeah, I'd like to continue that here.
Yeah. Man, that would have been so cool.
Yeah.
And then coming back down here, how was it when you got back?
Yeah, it was good to be back because I missed the city, man. I missed the food here.
Yeah.
Up there is just there's not a lot of shops up in Alice Springs. It's just like a little small town.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good.
And with the opportunity that you had up there with working with kids and being a youth worker, have you had any opportunity to look into what they have here?
I've had a look around. I've actually met a couple of people who work in that industry.
Yeah.
Just looking to apply around and try to work there.
Yeah. Man, because how old are you? You're 20.
22 now.
22.
Yeah.
Man, it's so cool to hear you doing that and having to go up and realizing that you enjoy something that actually is so beneficial and helps kids, and that's so dope, man. Man, are you planning on going back up there, you reckon?
I'll probably stick around here for a while.
Yeah.
I definitely eventually will go back up there.
Yeah.
I love that place. I wasn't a big fan at first, but it grew on me.
Yeah.
The people there are all nice. A small town, you sort of get to know everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, a beautiful place.
If you were to, if there was opportunity here to do what you were doing up there with helping the kids, who would you like to work with, and where would you like to work?
Yeah. Well, I feel like Sudanese kids need a lot of help.
Yeah.
I need a lot of guidance.
Yeah.
So having there's even now there's sort of little things like youth hubs and stuff like that to support, but it's not really enough. The kids need more.
Yeah. And I think you'd be such a perfect person for it because you're not too old. People can still relate to you.
Yeah.
And 22, I'm not saying that I'm old or anything. I'm 24, but 22 and you thinking like this and having that mentality, I reckon it's so cool. And I think a lot of people are not realizing that people like you exist.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool that you, and I think you are going to do something so cool and something so necessary and needed. So that's why I wanted to have you on this show as soon as possible, because when you you know, when you become such an impact, I'll be happy to let people know that that guy, I got him on the show once upon a time. But man, I think, your head's in the right space, and I think people need you and need to hear what you got going on and what experience that you had to go through. And I think a lot of people as well, they just I've probably gone through what you were going through when you were talking about how you were going through the anxiety phase. And people not realizing that, like, not everyone, but people went through that as well. So for you to say your story, I think it's really cool, and I hope someone kind of hears this and relates to it and realizes that, okay, man, if you could get through it, I could get through it as well.
Exactly.
And even you avoiding all the stupidity, I think that is really important and very courageous that you've kind of figured a way to avoid that by whether using an excuse to tell them that you were having to babysit and all that. I think that's